Hello, and thank you for joining me. Today we are returning to Fallout 76, where we're going to do another weapon spotlight video. As always, I will start by showing off the weapon and my build, and then we'll try it out against some ghouls, some super mutants, some robots, a Mirelurk Queen, and a Scorch Beast. So let's go ahead and get started here. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Vampire's Explosive +1 Agility 10mm pistol. So I got this from a script video a couple weeks back, and as pistols go for guerrilla builds, this is actually a very solid weapon. It's not quite a god roll. The +1 agility would need to be something a little bit better, but it's not far off of a god roll, so at least as far as pistols go. So let's go ahead and take a look at how I've got it modded out. I've got the powerful automatic receiver on it for, obviously, automatic usage and to get the most damage out of it. I'm not using the prime receiver, just the regular old receiver there. Keep in mind that if you did use the prime receiver on this, you could get a little bit better damage from it. I've got the aligned long barrel and the aligned grip, both to reduce the AP cost. The perforating magazine to give me maximum armor penetration from the weapon itself. The reflex sight also for AP cost reduction. The suppressor to help me stay in stealth. And the hot rod shark paint just because I got that and I kind of like it, so I slapped it on there. Let's go on ahead and take a look at my build here. So I've got 2 ranks of bandolier to help me carry some ammo around, 3 ranks of blocker to help me stay alive against melee attackers. I'm a bloodied build, and even if I wasn't, I would probably still be running 3 ranks of blocker because the melee enemies, many of them hit very, very hard. So this goes a long way towards reducing that. And one thing I'm not sure if everybody's aware of, I know that when I was first started playing the game I was not aware of this, you don't actually have to be taking the blocking action to benefit from blocker, you just have to equip the perk and you get that benefit. So just in case you didn't know that, I've got 3 ranks of traveling pharmacy here just to reduce my carry weight. I've got 3 ranks of tank killer to give me my maximum armor penetration and a little bit of stagger chance. 3 ranks of concentrated fire, just because there's really not a lot else in perception that pistolier needs. But I do want a decent perception because I do use VATs very heavily, especially with my pistols. So normally, you know, with rifles, I would not put the full 3 ranks of concentrated fire in there, but there's just, like I say, nothing else that I really care that much about in perception for my guerrilla build. I've also got 3 ranks of glow sight just to get some extra damage against glowing enemies. Since pistols are a little bit underpowered, that can be very helpful. Your glowing enemies are usually going to be your tougher enemies, your legendaries, and your bigger, nastier things, so getting some extra damage against them is a good thing. Fireproof to protect me against fire and explosions. Radical to increase my carry weight. Strange in numbers to get better effects from my mutations. Won't be a factor today because I'll be on a team alone, but normally I try to be on a team with at least one other player for that. Team Medic, useful for daily ops and endgame fights, or endgame boss fights and such, where your teammates are near you. Again, I share it for that. It helps bloodied players stay alive, but again, not really going to be a factor today. Tenderizer for some extra damage. Nerd Rage for some extra damage, AP regen, and damage resistance. Demolition Expert because we are running an explosive weapon here, so want to get some extra damage from that. Batteries included to help my carry weight primarily. Gunsmith just to help my weapon break slower because there's not really a whole lot else in intelligence for guerrilla build. Born Survivor to help me stay alive. Sneak to help me stay stealthy. Escape Artist to help me get back into stealth. It's kind of worth noting that pistols do have a little bit harder time staying in stealth even with all of the perks and everything, just because they have to fire more shots to put an enemy down typically, and every time you fire a shot it has a chance of giving your position away. So I do find it worth running the full 3 ranks of Sneak and Escape Artist, 1 rank of Escape Artist. 1 point of Adrenaline for some extra damage. I really don't in this build have room for any others because all of the guerrilla perks are agility based, and I have the full 3 ranks of each for 9 ranks there. Better criticals just for some extra damage. I very VATS focused. Serendipity to help me stay alive. ricochet to help me stay alive. It's worth noting also that when you're using a vampire's weapon like we will be using today, the ricochet effect will give you some healing as if it had the vampire's effect as well. So that'll be a nice thing. Starch genes to hold on to my mutations. Critical savvy to maximize the number of critical hits I can get. I should be able to get one roughly every other shot. And bloody mess for some extra damage. And for my legendary perks, I have taking one for the team. In case you weren't aware, this one does work if you are on a public team by yourself. I find it very useful for when I just happen to be getting damaged because of an area of effect attack or blind fire or whatever, or also to help me get out of bad situations when I get discovered and my stealth fails me. Follow through for some extra damage in stealth. Master Infiltrator because, well, I find it convenient. And there's not really a whole lot else that's that much better in the legendary perks. And then some extra luck, agility, and intelligence. So that's my perk loadout. Let's take a look at my effects here. I'm not going to go over everyone individually, just kind of let you read through them. And my armor hasn't changed, but let's go on ahead and take a look here. It's really nothing super exciting, but, you know, it does the trick for me. I am looking to upgrade it. You'll probably see some more Secret Service crafting, legendary crafting videos in the near future when I can get some more legendary modules for it. But, yeah, so that's my build, my gear, the weapon. So let's go on ahead and try this baby out. Okay, here we are outside of the White Spring Golf Club, where we are going to go ahead and see how this thing does against some ghouls. I do expect it to do very well here, because ghouls are pretty squishy, so we'll grab these cans while we're here, because I can always use more lead and steel. One nice thing about the 10mm pistol is that it does reload very, very quickly. It helps to offset its rather low ammo capacity. But so far we are doing just fine here. We are not struggling one bit. Starting lots of fires with the explosive effect, but you know, that's okay. It's also worth noting that, at least in my experience, the explosive effect does seem to make it harder to stay in stealth. I'm not entirely sure why exactly, but I don't know if it's because it sets things on fire and the artificial, or the artificial lighting makes it harder to stay in stealth, or if it's the noise, or what. But that has definitely been my experience with it, so just something to be aware of. Sometimes it's taking a couple of shots, like 3 or 4, to put these ghouls down, but still not having any real difficulty. Oh, I got discovered. Let's see if... Well, I'm still in danger. Okay, now I'm back in caution. Fortunately, this being a vampire's effect to give me health every time I hit something, which includes every time the explosive effect actually does some damage, I am having no trouble staying alive even when I am getting discovered. So that is a good thing. Oh, shoot. Well, if I had a full clip when I went to face him, I probably would have done a little bit better. But I did not think to reload before I went. I fired 2 shots, and then he smashed me. So let's go on ahead and go get a rematch against him. As you can see, I had no problem taking him down when I had a full clip. I had 4 left in the mags, so with the 2 that I hit him with before, I have no doubt that I would have been able to put him down without getting killed. But, yeah, so it's very important with the pistols to make sure that you are reloading frequently, because it does take more rounds to put enemies down than with a lot of other weapons. I do have a pistol character. This character also does pistols, so I do have experience, but I haven't really played a pistol character in a little while, so I'm a little out of practice. I feel like there should be another ghoul or two out here, but they may have come in chasing after me. That appears to be what happened, so... yeah, I'm going to go ahead and clear my disease, fix my rads, and move on to take on some super mutants. I will see you shortly. Alright, here we are outside of a Pylon V13 and the abandoned bog town, where apparently there is already a fight going on between the fog crawlers and the behemoths. So, let's get in on that. Okay, I was actually able to bring the behemoth down in one clip. I'm surprised, but he had taken some damage from the fog crawler already, so that probably helped him quite a bit there. But overall, I'm not having too much difficulty here with the super mutants. It's taking a good 3-4 shots to put them down in the head, but, you know, the weapon is a little bit underpowered, so that's to be expected. In other words, what I'm saying is don't make a pistol build if you're looking to have the most powerful possible build. You will probably be disappointed. But if you enjoy pistols and want to just play with them because you think they're fun, then there's nothing wrong with that. You will do just fine. You just won't be the most powerful build in the game. But we'll take out a few more muties over here and their little dogs too, just in case you wanted to see a little bit more of this weapon against them. As you can see, not real difficult for the most part. They can definitely sneak up on you, and you do need to definitely be aware of your small ammo size, magazine size. So, as you saw in the last section with the ghouls, but yeah. As long as I'm careful to keep my capacity full, I seem to be having no problems. So, I think at this point you get the picture about how it's doing against the super mutants. So let's go on ahead and try it out against some robots next. Okay. Here we are outside of Robco for a second try. Unfortunately, I apparently failed to start the recording on my last try here. Full disclosure, I did actually die when I went through it. I got a little too close to a 3-star robot that I had killed, and it blew up and killed me. That is one of the drawbacks to being a bloodied build. You are a little squishy to some high significant damage. So... anyway, yeah, we're going to go ahead and try this again, this time with the video running, or with the recording running, and I'm going to try not to die this time. So, let's try it against this sentry bot over here. As always, I'm going to target the torso because I want to see how well it does. I'm actually pretty impressed. I was able to kill it in one clip. I think part of that is the fact that I did give it a moment for follow-through to kick in, so I got some extra damage from that, but I'm still not complaining. So let's see how it does against these Protectrons and Gutsies and the iBot here. Not struggling at all. As long as I don't get too close to something when it explodes, I should be fine. Usually the Fireproof will protect me from that, but when they are 3-star legendaries, sometimes it's not good enough. Alright, we got them with no problem. Let's come around back and see how we do against these Protectrons. This area is a little bit dangerous for stealth builds because it's kind of difficult to stay in stealth, I think because of the artificial lighting in the area. But I'm putting them down pretty quickly here, so I'm hopeful that I will be able to kill them off without dying. I feel like there should be one more around here somewhere. Maybe he's run off or something. I'm not going to waste everyone's time trying to find him, but... oh, there he is. And yeah. Put these robots down with no problem this time, so let's go ahead and try this thing out against a Mirelurk Queen. Okay, here we are at Spruce Knob Lake. We're going to try this pistol out against a Mirelurk Queen and see how it does there. Alright, let's start by taking out some of our minions here. As you can see, the 10 mil is actually reasonably accurate even at range, and the 3 ranks of concentrated fire does help a little bit. It's not nearly as good as it is with a semi-automatic weapon, but, you know, it's still kind of nice. Alright, called out the queen. Get her little guards here. Reload. Caught her attention. As expected, it's taking a little bit of time to put her down. But we're getting there. Not too terrible. Again, pistols are definitely not the most powerful weapon in the game, so, you know, if you're looking for sheer power, look elsewhere, but they can still be fun to use, so, and you can definitely do what you need to do. As you can see, I didn't have any real problem putting her down. It did take an extra minute or so than some of the previous weapon spotlights that you've seen me do, but, yeah, it did the job. So let's go on ahead and see how this thing does against a Scorch Beast. Here we are at Dropsite V9, just outside of the Fisher Site Prime, and we're going to see how this thing does against a Scorch Beast or 3. So let's start by taking out some of these minions up here. Obviously it's not going to have any difficulty taking out the regular old Scorched. They're pretty squishy to begin with. Now, where is a Scorch Beast? There's one. Come back over here. I need to kill you. Hey. Hey! Ooh, she landed. Come here. No, don't fight them. Okay, we got her. Got a minion. There was a... Oh, hey, there's another one. Oh, are you going to land for me too? Nice. As expected, it's taking more than one clip to put her down, but... having no real difficulty here. Gotta keep an eye on that cricket I saw over there. Don't want it sneaking up on me. Okay, let's go involve ourselves with the Scorch Beast fight over here. Hey, I want to fight you. Come here. Hey, you. Yeah, you, with the wings. Look at me, I'm killing your little buddies here. Come here. See, I'm killing your minions. Come here. Don't run away from me or fly away or whatever. Come here. See, I'm still killing your peoples. Come on. Where did you go? There you are. Unfortunately, I was not able to beat the regeneration on the Scorch Beast. I didn't really think I would be able to with this weapon. Let's get the big guy here real quick, because I don't want him sneaking up on me. Will you stop? Just land or come... Oh, cricket, you need to die. Another cricket? Okay, crickets must die. They are very dangerous. And I think we are running into a little bit of issue with... Oh. Watch out for the cricket. Oh, wow, there's 2 of them. Okay, I don't know where all of those crickets came from, but, you know. We survived. We're doing alright. Is there another one? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, this was an interesting run here. Let's continue it on here. And my weapon's almost broken. I didn't actually put it on my hotbar, so let's come in here to fix it. Getting low on repair kits, but I think I've got some on the scoreboard still. Now, where are you? Will you just die? But yeah, as I was trying to say before I was so rudely attacked by the crickets, I think part of the issue that we're running into here is that VATS shots seem to have issue registering sometimes on the Scorch Beasts. Especially when they're in certain animations, it seems like. So, I think I was running into a bit of that. As you can see, once she landed, I didn't have any major problems with it. So, yeah. And I didn't have any major problems with the first couple as they landed. So, but let's kill these crickets here. Are there any more around? Because I do not want to get blindsided again. I don't know where they are all coming from, but maybe there's a cricket horde event in the area or something. I'm not really sure, but anyway, for the most part, this weapon, it almost got me out of trouble without getting killed. The crickets are just particularly brutal, especially against bloodied builds, so yeah, I kind of chalk that up to crickets. I think without them around, I would have been just fine and would not have died at all. So, anyway, this weapon is, in my opinion, very good. And, yeah, I don't really have a whole lot else to say, but I appreciate you joining me. Please remember, if you enjoyed my content, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. It really helps the channel out, and it doesn't cost you any money. And until next time, thanks for watching.